And we've got two folks in here. Two people. I wonder who it is. I can't actually check who it is. So you're gonna have to say something. But good morning. Happy Friday. Can't believe it's Friday already. Got here pretty quick. But time flies when you're having fun. What's up, Joel Estevez? Buenos dias. That is no, not First Avenue. I'm headed southbound on 2nd. Figure I'd take the local route, you know, since we're going live and all. I just feel like the local streets can be more amusing. Not to mention, if we get a job, we can hit it easier than if we're going just fast on a highway, you know? So yes, good morning to you. And you from New York City or? So anyway, last night, I want to say was a slow night because not much really happened except that one job, which, you know, I didn't go live because I was about to feed some video and I got caught up at, should I feed video now? Should I feed video later? I don't want to go live and then not be able to feed the video. But anyway, if you follow us on Instagram, you will see that what we, the video that was aired on Channel 7 this morning. So that video was regarding an MTA bus crash. It was an SUV who ran a red light. And what happened was the SUV hit an MTA bus, a city bus, with a few people in there. We heard numbers ranging from 11 to 14. So yeah, many people on the bus were treated by EMS. One was seriously injured, unconscious. He was unable to breathe. They had to do, they had to ventilate him on the way to Maimonides Hospital. Now this happened in the Midwood section of Brooklyn at Avenue J and Ocean Avenue. You can see the Channel 7 Eyewitness News airing on Instagram and Facebook. We posted that. So reportedly, the you know what? I'm gonna cancel my Waze is making these weird sounds. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Hey Joel, hey, how you doing, ghost friend? About that cabbie who hit a pedestrian yesterday. I also saw some video on it. We should post it. I hope I remember to post it, but it depends on you know, who owns the video, or you know, if it's video that's just shared on social media by like thousands of people that no one really knows the owner. You know, it depends on all those factors. Anyway, yeah, I heard about that, and the only reason why we weren't there is because we don't work during the daytime for the most part. You know, if we happen to be close by to something in the daytime, you know, while I'm out running errands or whatever, then yeah, sure, you know. I may go to those jobs, but for the most part, we operate at night. What's up, Sammy from London? By the way, Sammy, I saw this crazy fight with sticks and such in, I believe, the name of the town or neighborhood actually in England was Crowden, was it? Crowden, I think, or Crowden. I'm not sure how you say it, but yeah, it seemed pretty intense. So I'm not sure if that was just a one-time thing where these folks were fighting with sticks. It seemed pretty violent, or if that is the nature of the neighborhood. Maybe Croydon, yeah, Croydon. And if you haven't seen the video, I can definitely send it to you if you just send me a direct message. We didn't post it on social media because, you know, our specialty is New York City news. Now, of course, if folks send us video from, you know, maybe we'll do stuff on, you know, New Jersey, upstate New York, Long Island, but generally we try and keep it in New York City unless it's something that, you know, like, we'll probably go as far as like 2 hours out, you know, for the right job. We're talking about, you know, massive, I mean, huge stories, you know, like it was an active shooter or, you know, multiple people killed in a bus accident or something like that. We'll definitely go, you know, an hour or two away, just to say we covered it, you know, just in case anybody needs it. This tractor trailer is, check this out. That's quite a light to run. So, where was I? Yeah, it seemed like a pretty intense fight. You mentioned Crowden? Yeah, Croydon, yeah. Yeah, I'll send you guys the video. If you guys want to, you know, send me a message or whatever. And of course, I did mention the Facebook Loud Labs chat that we have. If anybody wants to join, and not just anybody. If I see you here regularly, then you're eligible. You know, if your name is anonymous and you don't have a profile picture and it's the first time I ever heard of you, you're probably not gonna be eligible to join the chat. So with that being said, yeah, last night was a slow night compared to Thursday night. Thursday night was, wow, I mean, sorry, Wednesday night was insane. Those 3 jobs that I went live on, right? Those 3 jobs. Besides that, there was some other smaller jobs like, you know, report of a boat about to crash into the Statue of Liberty, which I believe went unfounded. I believe there was a water rescue as well, and a whole bunch of other things that, you know, I didn't get to, but I'm glad I covered the main stories of the night. Of course, I also forgot 2 people were shot in Brooklyn yesterday, but that did not make the news at all. But yeah, last night, I can't think of much that happened. Nobody got shot last night. Nobody got shot. I'm not sure if anyone died in a car accident, because that guy went to the hospital unconscious with, you know, being ventilated. Gas and a construction site, not a job. Anyway, where was I? I don't believe he died, but that may change. A person's condition can change, and, you know, NYPD sends us the press office sends us an email saying, oh, they're now DOA, you know, or they're now, it is a fatal crash, you know, when the collision investigation comes out. Then again, the collision investigation for that bus versus SUV, the Lexus, they canceled that investigation. So upon arrival of the highway lieutenant at the hospital to, you know, he goes to the hospital to pretty much see how messed up a person is before he decides if they will conduct an investigation. So if a person is not dead or seriously injured, they may not conduct a collision investigation. And there's some exceptions, such as, you know, that it's a child that was struck by a car or involved in a crash, or maybe it was a police officer. They're gonna want to investigate that collision regardless of the condition. In some cases, not always. But last night, just honestly, guys, last night just left me hungry, because I still feel like, I still feel hungry in the sense that, you know, being an adrenaline junkie coming into this line of work, it's like, you know, you want action.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Now, I'll get to your comments, folks, as soon as I get to a red light. I'll get your comments or questions.
Speed trap reported ahead.
I'm glad I can hear the voice of Waze while I'm live on YouTube. That's great. What's up, Sumit Sharma? Wishes from India. Never been there. Never been there. I'd love to ride an elephant there. That sounds fun. With my wife. These roads suck. Oy vey. Oh, I'm going like 5 miles an hour over this just to... I'll get a flat tire or something. Well, I am Asian as well. I'm from Southeast Asia. I can try to pronounce it even. Sumit Sharma. Sumit Sharma. I try to pronounce things right. Let's see. Sumit Sharma, you wish love and wishes to NYPD. Well, when I see NYPD, I'll be sure to forward that message to them. Sometimes. Wait a minute. I heard something about a 5-year-old out on the street. Hold on here. It's Friday 4 p.m. in India. I believe it's Friday the 13th today in everywhere? Or is it just in New York City? I don't know. I do not like these dump trucks. Shortcut. I'm gonna switch to Brooklyn FD only because I'm not going back to Manhattan. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. Shh, 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 shh. I like to think that's a good impression of Friday the 13th. Speaking of which, I have not watched a Friday the 13th movie in the longest time. Yeah. Oh, you watch a lot of our videos. Thank you very much. What do you like about our videos? I know different people watch it for different things, you know. I've heard a lot of different things from folks. Some people like to watch it because they like watching the
Speed
fires.
trap reported ahead.
Some of those folks are even called fire buffs.
North 7th Street, National Grid verified North 7th Street.
Some people like watching the police action. It was just called Cops, right? And then they showed to Live PD just to modernize it or something. Because I think that's what A&E did. Anyway, you don't have Live PD, you know, New York City or NYPD or whatever, right? But I'd like to think that we are providing the closest thing to that, because if you look around, whether it's on YouTube or television or wherever you look, who else is providing the most consistent videos on NYPD action anywhere? I'd like to know, because I can't think of anybody else. Don't get me wrong, you see plenty of NYPD videos on YouTube, but they're all, you know, by random people. Some folks are more consistent than others, right? And some folks may just provide a lot of like vehicle videos. Like a lot of police cars driving around and, you know, stuff like that. But how consistent are they in capturing the action of NYPD? I can't think of anybody else. I mean, I can think of folks who do the same job as me, but they don't have that social media presence. They don't put all their videos on YouTube, and they're missing out because they could be making money off YouTube. So I'd like to think that, you know, we provide the best NYPD videos, and I'm not just saying that to say it. Other people have told us that we have the best NYPD content, so I take pride in that. And of course, other folks might watch the videos because, you know, they're in it. Whether it's the folks we interview or the cops or firefighters or EMS folks that we record. I believe Todd Mizell, Daily News photographer, he said it best, that we are their historians. The firefighters and the police and the EMS, you know, we are capturing what history, pretty much. And let's say, you know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, not to say that I'm still gonna be doing this from now, but, you know, perhaps anyone else, they can look back and look at all the videos that were captured. You know, this is history. We are capturing, we are documenting history here. Even if it's just like of perps getting arrested or cops running around. And you never know, certain methods may be outdated in the future. You know, maybe they won't be putting EDP, like, you know, almost every perp, they'll put in an ambulance and EDP, and maybe they won't be doing that in the future anymore. Maybe they won't be using the burrito bag in the future anymore. And it's always interesting to look back how things used to be, or how the uniform, whatever it is.
Reported ahead.
Alarm box 8627 on the Bell Parkway, vicinity of exit 11, eastbound, or car fire. Brooklyn phone alarm box 8627, location on the Bell Parkway in the vicinity of Flatbush Avenue, exit 11, eastbound, for a car fire. 13. Go ahead, 109, Lieutenant, from name 11. 1018 box 114, 1018 box 114 for a 1040 code 1 by Battalion 35.
So there's a car fire on the Belt Parkway and Flatbush Avenue. We are nowhere near that area. Now, if we were, I wish we were. But no way we're catching that car fire. Let me tell you something about car fires.
309. 309, 4 eastbound at the exit ramp on the Belt Parkway.
If you're not there within 5 minutes, you're probably not catching any flames of that car fire, and that's a fact. So car fires are all about pure luck. Unless, of course, you got a jetpack or something, you know, or a helicopter.
375. I'm going to have grade 2, 140 remain on the scene awaiting arrival of Con Ed. Both the units have gone in 10-8. 4-8 is also going to go 10-8 check.
Oh, check it out. Ladder 39 or is it engine 39? I'm not sure. Some fire buff tell me what this is, what station house this is. I think it's engine company 239, yeah. EC 239. This is in Park Slope section. You notice they got the flag lowered because of 9/11, which was yesterday or the day before. Engine company 239K. Oh, thank you, Michael Holmes. I mean, I wouldn't say the first draft of New York City history. I'd say the, you know, we're documenting, you know, police, fire, and EMS work consistently. You know, so and you can kind of expect the same level of filming and quality and professionalism from Loud Labs. Just like Scott is doing in Los Angeles with his crew, they too are documenting a lot of Los Angeles police and fire history. And he's been doing it for the past 20 years or so. With 3 different stringer companies. That's why if you go on Scott's YouTube, which is Loud Labs News, you just type in Loud Labs News, you'll see, I can't even recall how many videos he has. Because we have over 1,000. I believe he has maybe 3 or 4,000, something like that. You know, he has multiple videos that hit over 1 million views. We only have 1 so far. Sumit Sharma, I hope you're still here, but yeah, that is the impression that people get when, you know, they see what we're doing here. They're seeing all, like, you know, the radios and all they're assuming that I'm some kind of cop, but no. We have some similarities with police in the fact that, yes, we do listen to the police radio, and that's how we get the news. Some stringers do like to use police-style cars because it already has that compatibility with the radios and the antennas, and they may not necessarily have to make more modifications to that vehicle. Also, if a stringer buys or anybody buys a vehicle that was a former police vehicle, I do believe the handling and the acceleration and all kinds of engine stuff that they do to it to make it a police car increases that performance of the vehicle. Now my vehicle is not was not a police car at all. Nor in 2014 did they even have a. Oh crap! My bag fell. Nor did in 2014 did they have a Ford Fusion police model anyway. So. But as far as the Ford sedans go. Yeah. All right, so allegedly an off-duty corrections officer called 911 saying, you know, she's a corrections officer, saying that she's being followed by a vehicle, and yeah, so now cops are going to be responding to that. And it sounds legit. It sounds legitimate, you know, because an off-duty corrections officer is not going to have their radio to be calling in. I'm not sure if the radio was even compatible with calling in at 1013 with compatible with NYPD. So 911 would make sense. You know, an off-duty cop calling 911 is not out of the ordinary, but you know, it can happen. I had no idea there was a Ford Endeavor in India. That may be the equivalent to the Ford Escape over here, or the Ford Explorer, or the Ford. I'm not even sure what other Fords they are, like, you know, the SUVs. So right there's the wait a minute, which precinct is this? I think it's the 7-2 precinct. Yeah, I think this is 72nd precinct right here. Or it might be the 7-6. I'm confused. Actually, I think the 7-2 is further south, if I'm not mistaken. That might be the 7-6.
Got toes pulling up, and the operator's walking around over here, but
Or the 7-8.
I think it's 10-4. Just let them know the car's going to get towed to wherever they want it, I guess. Yeah. Not injured, right?
Proceeding 832 at 53 Street and 6th Avenue for a person stealing mail from the mailboxes. Target? There's a Chinese man being interpreted on the line. They're talking to 911 operator stuff.
5, 3, and 6. 5, 3, and 6. We got a mailbox thief. I wonder if they're actually gonna catch this guy.
Male Chinese wearing a black shirt and a cap.
It'll be nice if we come.
Sergeant Rest. The tip on 6th Avenue, 3rd Street. It's a male Chinese wearing a black shirt and a cap.
Maybe we'll check that out. We're actually not even too far from that. If I get an arrest, I'll be happy. You know, I don't care for, like, you know, I show up and they're just, oh yeah, where'd he go? What did he look like? Oh yeah, he went over there. So yeah, ideally we do get an arrest because that would be nice. It's always nice to get an arrest.
No missing out by the final shortly.
Just knowledge to be advised. Check that call back for that 32. It's going to voicemail. Stay on the line with 911. Case mail is currently at the house across from 6th Avenue, 3rd Street, stealing the mail.
Red light camera reported ahead.
Be nice to catch a caller of a mailbox thief. How about that? I'm not even sure it would be a violent situation, you know? You ever heard of a violent mailbox thief? And I can't even make a left there, like... Yeah, not making this easy at all. Blame this construction. Oh, Sam, you found it, huh? I'm hoping it's the same one that I was thinking about, but hey, you know, I mean, what are the chances are that there's two different what are the chances the Croydon fight is two different fights with sticks?
Yes, do you have that callback?
I think that callback is going to voicemail.
The fact that police are asking them to call back.
In regards to, we have one stop for the September 53rd Street. What?
All right, they stopped the.
When you get that call, back, try it, please.
All right, they stopped the one guy. Let's see if we can get him. They stopped the one guy. Asian guy. I should have just made that left turn. But because of construction, it was not allowed. And this 3rd Avenue lights are super slow, which does not help. And this is one of the reasons why we don't do this in the daytime, because
6 Charlie. 6 Charlie, ETA for the bus? 6 Charlie, ETA that was given was 621. 621, stand by for better ETA.
yeah, Sumit Sharma, 3rd Avenue, which is this avenue, is the way to go if I want minimal lights. But 4th Avenue, yeah, which I was on, has the lights, you can't hit the wave of greens. Like in Manhattan, you can hit the wave of greens on 2nd Avenue, 1st Avenue, probably most avenues. But yeah, 4th Avenue in Brooklyn is definitely not one of them. I do see red and blue lights in the distance. I do not think that is one and the same with the job we're going to. Those lights, I think, might be a Hadzola car. It's a Jewish ambulance, volunteer ambulance. It looks like something Hadzola might do, if I had to guess. These are Jewish volunteer EMTs and paramedics who respond to your home, but you got to know their phone number in order for them to show up and give you medical care. And it's free if you don't have insurance.
101. Southway.
Now, I don't think this is it, but there's 2 police cars here. Wait a minute. I know this guy. So that guy right there is a big buff guy. That guy is an EMT. That guy is an EMT, and he goes around buffing jobs as an EMT for free, I'm guessing.
It's on the westbound side, states they're both in the left lane.
I heard he used to volunteer at a volunteer EMS place, but... And I forget his name. Someone mentioned him on Instagram once because he has appeared in my videos before. And I believe, was it Sammy, was it? Yeah, I think that was Sammy. Yeah, I think that was his name. He's the... And you can't cross a school bus if their stop sign is flashing. They had better arrest this guy if I'm going through all this work here. Alright, I think we're like 2 blocks away. Because I blame the garbage truck.
Good morning. 304 administrative.
He's up the caller on the line. He states he's at 660. That's the building number between 6 and 7.
Sub Zoltik from Sudan, huh? Sudan. I'm guessing you speak Arabic. Assalamu alaikum. Sumit, there is parking. You just gotta, luckily we have press plates, so we can pretty much park in most places.
EMS box 1690, address 430 Dumont Avenue, to Mother Gas Boulevard, at Mother Gas Boulevard, turn down apartment 8 Adam. EMS box 1690, address 430 at Mother Gas Boulevard, turn down apartment 8 Adam. Time now 6 to 8 hours, 400.
No, we just don't know where this guy is. Yeah, I don't know why the connection just did that, but
788.
Stefan, you know it's in Central Silence, Stefan.
788.
788, go ahead, okay.
Please, please.
That's one, no problem, 632.
931.
Door 18 for 35, no code.
Bottom 2.
Everyone else is 10-8.
Bottom 2. 933.
I think I'm gonna get some sleep when I get back, so I can wake up at a decent time to start Friday, which is Friday should be pretty busy, and from what I hear, it is clear weather. What is that back there? It's clear weather, which is gonna be great. It's cool weather as well, so it's nice and cool out, not too hot. I usually prefer cooler weather than, you know, something that's like super hot or anything like that. So, and we got a lot of stuff going on. I believe San Gennaro is one of those things. Good Italian food, probably in Bensonhurst or Little Italy. So actually the Little Italy one sounds good. There's just a crater here. Then I'm gonna go ever so slowly over. How does that crater even exist there?
Brooklyn phone alarm box 82, the address 295 Kingsland Avenue, between Norman Avenue and Nassau Avenue, Houston area. Brooklyn phone alarm box 82, the address 295 Kingsland Avenue, between Norman Avenue and Nassau Avenue, Houston area. Time now 634 hours, all the same.
And now they're saying they arrested him. So where the heck did they arrest him? They said 5, 3, and 6, and that's exactly where I went. I did not see a single cop at that intersection. Oh well. Yeah, compared to the 2 arrests I got, I believe, 2 nights ago. 2 arrests I got in Midtown. Both were, one was a theft suspect. The other one was a, stabber, which the stabbing video we just posted on YouTube.
TMC read that the lane's open for Bell Parkway to the left. TMC read, thank you. Standby.
Beautiful morning in Brooklyn. Looks like someone stopped by the Summons Auto. Now this is a unmarked unit. I like to call it half marked because they're only marked on the front and the back. It's white. So if you were to pull up, if you were to pass this vehicle right here, you just see white. You're not thinking much of it, unless of course you know how to identify an unmarked vehicle. But on the side of the vehicle, you do, as you've seen, there was NYPD on the side of it. So it's kind of like a half-marked vehicle. Some people call them a slick top because they don't have light bars on top. But you do see a antenna. And there's no tint on the windows, so you do see the emergency lights.
8.2 is going to have one male on different location, transporting back to the 6A precinct. Sergeant Oz will be transporting one male back to the 6A precinct as well.
Looks like someone else got arrested in the 6-8 precinct. You just saw some police cars there. They're going back to base because it's around this time. It's going back to the station house because it's back. Change of tour or end of tour. So if I had to guess, he's probably stopping folks that are speeding through school zones and such. Now you get to see the front of that vehicle, and it's totally just white, which I think is pretty cool.
Southbound the Highway 3 receiving a 50 through injury. Grand Central Parkway, Chevy Chase Street.
Between Bay 40 and Bay 41 for the right aid indicated in the right door.
Stand by, stand by.
All right, folks, I'm getting out of here. I will see you guys Friday evening, which is today, for more New York City breaking news. So be sure to tune in around then. Can't tell you what time specifically, but you know, Friday evening. So Annabelle Hatchett, Loud Labs News, New York City.